Welcome to the Bible Adventures. Join Chance the Cheetah, Drexel the Dragon, and Liam the Lion as they leap through time and dive into the most incredible stories ever told, the stories of the Bible. Ready to start the adventure? Let's jump into today's Bible story and see where the journey takes us. It started as the Great Brother Olympics, and it was not going well. Chance the Cheetah stood in the center of the clearing, stopwatch in one paw, whistle in his mouth. All right, final event, the Super Sibling Sprint. Winner gets the Gold Leaf Trophy. Drexel the Dragon puffed his chest. Gold leaf? Like actual gold? Chance grinned. No, like an actual leaf painted gold. Oh, Drexel squinted. Still counts. Liam the Lion crouched, tail flicking. Ready, set, go! They took off, Chance darting like lightning, Drexel flapping his wings for an extra speed boost, and Liam charging forward with brave determination. Halfway through the course, Drexel tripped, flung himself onto a block tower, and sent blocks flying. Chance crossed the finish line just in time to be clobbered by a block that went just a little too far. I win, he moaned from the ground. No way, Drexel coughed, his cardboard crown slipping over one eye. You knocked over the finish line. Did not. Did too. Liam crossed his arms. You both cheated. I declare myself champion of fairness. Fairness isn't even an event, Drexel snapped. Now it is, Liam shot back. Before long, the forest sounded like the Corinthian marketplace, everyone shouting about who was the greatest. Blocks tumbled, feathers flew, and Drexel's tail accidentally set a marble run tower flying across the clearing. From far away came their mom's voice. Boys, are you arguing again? Not arguing, Drexel yelled, just passionately discussing justice and honor. Uh-huh. Her tone said she didn't buy it. Remember, it's not about who's the best, it's about how you love each other. The brothers froze. Love each other, Chance muttered, brushing grass off his head. How's that supposed to help us figure out who won? Drexel sighed dramatically. I think she means love like feelings, warm fuzzies, rainbows, and puppies. Liam frowned. But I don't feel like loving anyone right now. Chance sat up. Think we're missing something. Remember, love isn't just about feelings. He looked at Drexel and grinned. Let's go ask someone who actually knows. Drexel gasped dramatically. Time travel? Time travel, Chance said. The boys ran to where the time travel machine waited. Drexel hit the glowing lever. Destination? Chance thought. Somewhere that'll teach us what love really means. The machine hummed and whirred and whoosh, they vanished into history. The brothers stumbled out of a swirl of golden light into a world buzzing with sound and color. Whoa, Drexel whispered. Smells like fish, olives, and is that goat cheese? Liam wrinkled his nose. All I smell is sweaty people. They stood in the middle of ancient Corinth, one of the busiest port cities in the Roman Empire. Ships lined the harbor, merchants shouted prices, and people argued about, well, everything. Chance pointed to a sign. That says Agora, the marketplace. I love marketplaces, Drexel grinned. So many samples. Not this one, Chance muttered as two men nearly came to blows, each yelling about who had the better philosophy. Liam tugged his tail nervously. Everyone here is kind of loud. Just then they overheard a small group near a shaded courtyard. A man with a scroll shouted, I can speak in tongues. That proves that I'm closest to God. Another folded his arms. Oh, yeah? Well, I can prophesy. A third snorted. Well, I can teach. Teaching's clearly more important. They all started to argue at once. Drexel blinked. That sounds exactly like us 5 minutes ago. Yep, Chance sighed. Only with more sandals. A kind-faced man sitting under a tree nearby overheard the commotion. He motioned to a scribe beside him. Sosthenes, he said softly, take this down. The believers in Corinth are forgetting what matters most. Liam's eyes widened. That's Paul! The apostle looked older than they expected, strong but tired, with eyes that saw right through people. His cloak was patched, his hands calloused from making tents. Sosthenes dipped his quill. Ready, Paul? Paul began to pace slowly, praying under his breath. Then he said, If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, he paused, frowning at the noise from the courtyard, that I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. Just then, across the street, a blacksmith actually struck a gong. Clang! Drexel yelped and dropped flat on his belly. That scared me half to death. Pretty sure that's the sound of someone without love. Paul smiled faintly and continued, If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, Sosthenes scribbled quickly, trying to keep up, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. Liam whispered, He really means it. Without love, all those cool gifts don't mean much. Paul went on, his words steady as a heartbeat. If I give all I possess to the poor, and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. The marketplace quieted. Even merchants paused, listening. Then, with a gentle smile, Paul said the words that would echo through centuries. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Sosthenes stopped writing. Paul looked out at the bustling city. That, he said softly, is what the Corinthians need to remember. Chance swallowed. And maybe 3 brothers who just fought about who's fastest. When Paul finished dictating, Sosthenes rolled up the scroll carefully. Send this to the Corinth believers, Paul told a messenger. Tell them this, faith, hope, and love remain, but the greatest is love. The messenger bowed and hurried off. The brothers lingered nearby, unsure if they should approach. Drexel pushed Chance forward. You're the oldest, you go first. Chance straightened his fur and cleared his throat. Excuse me, Mr. Apostle. Paul turned, eyebrows raised. Travelers, I see, and unusual ones at that. Liam saluted awkwardly. We're not from around here. We just came to learn about love. Paul smiled. Then you've come to the right place. He motioned for them to sit by the fig tree. A gentle breeze stirred as he spoke. The church in Corinth is full of gifts, preachers, teachers, prophets, generous people, but they have forgotten that all those things are empty without love. They compete to be seen, not to serve. Chance rubbed the back of his neck. That sounds familiar. Liam sighed. We were having a contest to see who was best, and then our mom said the same thing you did. It's not about being the best, it's about how you love. Paul laughed. She's a wise woman. Drexel raised a paw. So, just to be sure, love isn't something that you feel? Paul shook his head. No, Drexel. Love is something you do. It's action. When you are patient instead of quick to argue, when you are kind instead of proud, when you forgive instead of keeping score. Liam gasped. Like when Drexel broke my favorite marble tower and I kept bringing it up for 3 weeks? Paul smiled knowingly. Right. Love is like the opposite of that, Liam muttered. That marble tower had traps and flags. It was worth remembering. Chance elbowed him gently. He said forgive, not relive. Paul laughed out loud. You three remind me of the Corinthians, full of energy and passion, but needing to learn what love looks like in real life. Liam spoke up. My mom says she loved me from the moment she saw me. Are you saying that it wasn't about warm and fuzzy feelings? Paul thought for a moment. I'm sure it was warm and fuzzy feelings, too. But when your mom says she loves you, it means that she chooses to be patient and kind, even if you treat her poorly. She chooses to forgive you each and every time you need it, and she will never give up on you. I guess that makes sense, Liam responded. And Mom and Dad do other things that you described in your verse about love, Chance added. They're not self-seeking, and they always look out for what's best for us. Right, Drexel agreed, and they always protect us. And what else did you say? Oh, right, love does not delight in evil but rejoices with the truth. That's definitely true about Mom and Dad. They always tell us how important the truth is. Paul smiled and stood up. Come and walk with me. They followed him through the city streets, weaving between merchants and donkeys. He stopped near a fountain where two women were arguing over a basket of figs. You stole my figs. I did not. Then why is juice on your hands? Paul stepped forward. Sisters, stop. Remember, love is patient, love is kind. Both women looked at him embarrassed and then muttered apologies. Paul turned back. See? Love is stronger than pride. Drexel's eyes sparkled. Can it fix brothers who keep arguing? Paul gave him a look that said, You know the answer already. They moved on. Near the harbor, a man sat begging but beside a column. His clothes were torn and his eyes downcast. Paul knelt beside him and pressed a few coins into his hand. Brother, Paul said softly, remember, you are not forgotten. The man's eyes filled with tears. Chance swallowed hard. That's what you mean, isn't it? Love isn't words, it's doing something? Paul nodded. Yes, love is what we choose when no one's watching. It's what holds us together when feelings fade. Back at the workshop where Paul stayed and worked, Drexel noticed a pile of parchment. Can I help organize these? Paul smiled. Certainly. But 5 seconds later, thwomp! Scrolls everywhere. One rolled into the fire pit. Liam dived to save it. Another smacked Chance in the face, and Drexel somehow ended up wrapped like a mummy. Paul blinked, then laughed so hard his shoulders shook. Love is patient, love is kind, he said between chuckles, especially when your helper is a dragon. Liam beamed proudly. See, Drexel? He loves you even when you're clumsy. Clumsy? I prefer creatively efficient. Chance sighed, stacking the rescued scrolls. Pretty sure creatively efficient just means messy. Exactly, Drexel said, missing the insult entirely. Paul wiped his laughing eyes. You boys remind me that love has laughter in it, too. Joy and grace and love go hand in hand. When evening came, the sky glowed gold over the Corinth hills. The brothers sat outside Paul's small tent, watching him pray quietly. Liam asked softly, Do you ever get tired, Paul, writing letters, teaching, traveling? Paul smiled. Often. But when I remember the love of Christ, the kind that forgives, endures, and never fails, it gives me strength. I rest knowing I'm loved, and I act knowing others need that same love. Drexel tilted his head. Even the people who annoy you? Paul grinned. Especially them. The brothers laughed. Later, Paul handed a sealed scroll to the messenger. Take this to Corinth. Tell them to love one another as Christ loved them. The messenger nodded and left. Paul turned to the brothers. Remember, love isn't loud or showy. It's what you do when no one's keeping score. Drexel nodded. So like helping Liam rebuild his tower even if I don't feel like it? Exactly. Liam smiled. Or letting Chance win without tackling him at the finish line? Paul laughed. That too. Drexel rubbed his chin. Or forgiving Liam when he eats the last cookie. Paul grinned. You're learning fast. The brothers hugged Paul goodbye. Thanks for teaching us, Chance said. Paul placed a hand on each of their heads and then said, Go show the world love that acts, not just talks. A blue familiar glow began to shimmer around them. Uh-oh, Drexel said. Here comes the whoosh. And whoosh. They landed in a heap back in their forest. Chance tangled in some bushes, Drexel upside down, and Liam holding a golden leaf in his paw. How'd that get here? Liam asked. Maybe it's the gold leaf trophy, Chance said. Only this time, we all win. Drexel grinned. I like that version better. Chance nodded. Because love doesn't compete, it lifts others up. Liam blinked. Whoa, deep. They laughed and sat in peaceful silence for a moment. Finally, Chance opened his Bible and read out loud. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8. Drexel leaned back with a satisfied sigh. Now that's what the real gold medal. Liam grinned. And the only race worth winning. This week's memory verse is 1 Corinthians 13:4-5. Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous. Love does not brag. It is not arrogant. It does not act disgracefully. It does not seek its own benefit. It's not provoked. Does not keep an account of wrongs suffered. Today we're going to play a memory game. I'll say the verse, but I'm going to leave out some words, and it's your job to fill them in. Put on your thinking caps, Bible adventurers, because here we go. 1 Corinthians 13:4-5. Love is, it is not, love does not, it is not, it does not act, it does not seek its own, it is not, does not keep an account of wrongs. Wow, that's going to be a hard one this week, but you've got it, Bible adventurers. Thanks for joining us on today's journey with the Bible Adventures. We hope you had a blast time traveling with Chance, Drexel, and Liam. Join us next time when the brothers learn all about love. If you're enjoying our journeys through time, leave us a 5-star review on the show page. It will help more people find us so that other kids can learn about the Lord. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep sharing the love and lessons from God's Word. See you next time, and remember, God loves you.